everyone, welcome to my channel. So this is a video comparing the 4 subscription boxes that I got this month, and at the end I'm going to rank it of which box was my favorite of the month, and for each of the boxes I'm also going to be putting up what the value of all the supplies were. So the first one to arrive was SketchBox, and in it we got a lot of SketchBox signature things. So we got these watercolor powders, which the colors of these two in particular were really mixed up, and as well as this grape really didn't seem like a grape. Anyway, we got a lavender Copic fine liner. We got more watercolor powder, and I can't pronounce that flower. I at least know it's a flower now, but it's a pink color, very bright pink. We got a SketchBox signature filbert brush, size 4. We got a Rembrandt watercolor tube in titanium white. Oops, we don't need that out. I had tried to put it in a pan, so that's sort of sitting with the rest of the stuff. We have a SketchBox sticker, and then we also got this paper of 100% cotton, and mine got glued in upside down, so that was an interesting one. I wondered if it was just me that had it glued upside down, and from what I saw I was the only one. So those were all of the supplies. The artwork that I made with them, I absolutely loved the supplies. So I did a bunch of stuff. I had done, this is what I did for swatching instead. That was really fun. I did this messy one, which not my favorite. I did this tulip, which was my favorite, and I know a lot of people really liked this tulip as well. I'm just gonna move this one out of the way. So those were the pieces that I made with it. So the price of subscription, including shipping, is $40 for the premium, which is the one that I have. And the SketchBox, I do this every video. SketchBox values it at $54.34. The value I calculated was $52.01. Now, the reason it became hard to calculate was for the fact of all of the signature stuff. We had 4 watercolor powders of a signature, as well as the brush. And having all those things, there's nothing to compare it to online. I mean, I can hardly find any watercolor powder other than this TCW, and half the time I have trouble finding it. So it's really hard to calculate it. And even that TCW Sparks watercolor powder, it was only like less than 80 cents cheaper. I say less than 80 because my mental math is not going very quickly right now. But anyway, this is what we got in SketchBox. Now we're going to move on to the next one. Alright, so second box to arrive was Paletteful Packs. And in Paletteful Packs, we got this mixed media board. We got Caran d'Ache Aquarelle 2. watercolor wax pastels, or in my brain, they are watercolor crayons. Previously had gotten these in a ArtSnacks box in I think November. So I didn't even open the new ones. I just used the old ones. We got a Princeton round brush, a watercolor pencil, and instead of a sticker, they did this little mannequin keychain. Now, the reason why there's no artwork was I got a little bit of block when it was time to do the artwork. I think partly because of these boards, I didn't want to waste one big one. Interrupted by phone, sorry. I didn't want to waste one big one on one piece, and then I finally figured out a design, and then I really liked the design, so I didn't want to mess it up, and I haven't gotten it onto transfer paper to also have somewhere else, so it's a mess in my brain. Anyway, going to the actual values, the difference between the premium box and the petite box was basically you did not have these two things, and it was different paper, and that was it. Bigger paper and these two, that didn't really make it that worth it to me to have a bigger box. So anyway, the subscription including shipping is $40. Paletteful Packs values it at $59.10. When they did that calculation, they did not include this little guy named Artie. So when I calculated just the supplies, no Artie, I came up with $41.45. Now I found Artie on like Amazon. So with that, with including Artie, it is $49.84. So yeah, this guy's cute. I would have rather had like a more functional one than a little keychain. Because honestly, this guy's not going to be leaving the studio at all. So I would have rather had a full one. I don't know. I'm looking at more and more thinking that the petite has a better value than the premium box. So yeah, let's move on to the next one. ArtSnacks was the third one to arrive, and in that we got ScrawlrBox pastels. This is how I store mine. Here's the sticker. We got, oh goodness, a cool gray micron pen, as well as a really interesting mechanical pencil. The interesting thing is, let me try to get it to focus. It's flat. Like, so you could almost do calligraphy with this pencil because of how it's shaped. And that's why we would have gotten in just the basic box. For the premium box, oh, this was light cool gray. For the premium box, you got cool gray micron pens, a set of 3, as well as this toned paper, and I got moss. So the different colors that you could have gone was whichever paper you got, as well as which pastels you got. Now for me, I was getting sick of getting more fine liners. I do appreciate the fact that they did colored ones, but honestly, I would have, sorry, phone interrupted again. Personally, I would have loved to see something a little bit different than fine liners to go with pastels. I mean, I wouldn't have minded if for the premium box, just getting like extra pastels that were cheaper. Like, that wouldn't have been that big of a deal. Anyway, what I came up with for it was this beetle. Sort of inspired by the beetle on here. And this I ended up using a fixative on, so it ended up not being too smudgy. I'm still sort of keeping it where it's not touching anything else. Anyway, for the numbers for ArtSnacks Premium Box with shipping is $48.99. ArtSnacks values it at $59.78. I calculated the value at $42.33. So, how that ended up breaking down was that on Blick, the Sennelier are only $12.51. And then the, what was it? Oh, we also got a kneadable eraser with this, which I think I've misplaced. Oops. And then this tone paper is normally $26.20, but at Michael's, I'm shocked. Michael's had the lowest price. Blick was even full price, but Michael's had it for $19.99. And then the Premium Boxes Cool Gray set was also listed at $9.42, and I found it for $4.20. So when you factor that in, if everything was full priced, yeah, that was a good value, but just the fact that 3 things were heavily discounted sort of makes me feel like I could have done a lot better shopping on my own. Actually, I'm really happy that the paper made me look into it, because I've looked at this paper before and always saw it for full price. I never thought to look at Michael's because Michael's has been so much more expensive lately. So that's at least one positive. Now on to the final box. Last box, but certainly not least, was ScrawlrBox. So we got the Scrawler zine, which I absolutely love looking at. We got the artwork from the box. We also got Spectrum Noir metallic paint markers, and these were oil-based markers. So that was really cool to try out, because everything that I've had so far for metallic have been Posca pens and Faber-Castell, and I have to double check on the Faber-Castell, but I know the Posca pens are more acrylic based. I can't forget, we also got a Posca pen, as I was mentioning. The sticker, a Derwent 2B sketching pencil, and a Sakura Moonlight Jelly Roll, and I got purple, so the options that you could have gotten were purple or pink, and I got purple. I absolutely love these, and it was so much fun. As well as we got black paper from Art Gecko, and it was a special ScrawlrBox version of Sketch Tone Tile, and this was what I created with it, this cute gear owl. So yeah, I personally really love this box. It does cost extra shipping to get from the UK, which is going to be a factor with the numbers. Before I rattle off the numbers, I'm just going to say that if I lived in the UK, it would be 100% worth it. I would have been ecstatic to get this box. But I do not live in the UK. I live in the US, so I have to pay extra for shipping, which is unfortunate because ScrawlrBox with shipping is £23.95, or when I calculated it, it was $33.30. This box, ScrawlrBox values it at £20.62, or $28.21. So right there, the difference with the shipping, I already paid more because of the shipping than even what ScrawlrBox values it at. But then there's more to it, because some of the things are more readily accessible in the US for lower costs. I found that the value was $20.02. And this is the part that makes me super sad because I love ScrawlrBox. By far, it is my favorite subscription box, and 99% of the time, my only complaint, I'll say 50% of the time my complaint is the shipping time. Sometimes shipping is a pain, but that's not ScrawlrBox's fault. That's a geography issue. The other issue is that extra shipping doesn't make it as value-wise as good as if I lived in the UK. And that's why I said value-wise, if you lived in the UK, awesome box. But there's just some of the stuff that was cheaper, including the Spectrum Noir. This assortment is a custom one to ScrawlrBox, but getting the 3 sizes from Spectrum Noir of one of the colors is only $9.95. That's dollars. ScrawlrBox put the value at £9.95. And because of conversion rates at the moment, that would be $13.61. So just little things like that, where I saw listed, not even on sale, just regular price listed, Posca pen, $3.99. ScrawlrBox valued it at £3.99. Because of conversion, that factors to $5.46. So when you put those things in perspective, it's honestly the fact that I came from the UK and I had to pay shipping and all that. Are most of the boxes like this? No. Honestly, I think this is the only box where the value has come under. All of the other boxes' value has broken even or have been over. So this is the only one that has come under. So to me, that's not that big of a deal because all the other boxes have been good. All right, let's go on to final thoughts and which box I thought was the winner of the month. Okay, so I am ready to rank everything, and it was definitely hard, and I took some time to figure out what I thought should be last place, which was really what it became a competition for, which was last. So tied for third, and I'll explain, was ArtSnacks and Paletteful Packs. So for the ArtSnacks, my favorite thing was the pastels, and for Paletteful Packs, I'm using this instead of the sticker because there was no sticker, but was the Caran d'Ache Aquarelle, what I call my watercolor crayons. So the reason it was a tie was the value of ArtSnacks was under what I thought it should be, and being under sort of felt like a fourth place to me, but I love these pastels. I loved the fact that the paper was tone paper and all of us got different tone papers as well as different pastel sets. So those two factors were good, just the price was under. The value price was okay for Paletteful Packs, but I felt like the premium box sort of fell short when all they added was a pencil and switched the paper. I mean, a watercolor pencil, you could have gone, yes, you can get fine detail with a watercolor pencil that you couldn't get with these, but if you use a brush, you can get, especially a small brush, you can get some very fine detail with these. So that's where it ended up being a tie for last place because they both had pros, they both had cons. And yeah, it just made it very difficult to decide. Okay, so for second place is ScrawlrBox. And it was hard for me to pick a favorite for ScrawlrBox because I absolutely loved these metallic markers, but then on top of it, I also loved the Jelly Roll pen, which I already had a full set of, and I love the black paper, which I already had black paper, so I went with which one was new to me, which I've never tried oil-based metallic markers before, so it was really awesome to try something new. But it is second place because of the shipping means I'm paid more for the supplies than if I would have done a no box art box. So that was my only negative, and the shipping time. It took a long time to get to the US this time. I honestly was worried that it got lost in the mail. So it's not ScrawlrBox's issue, it's the fact that I live in the US. And then number one was SketchBox. And my favorites were this orange, because it's hello, orange. I love when I get orange. And then also, I really loved this pink and this, are you going to focus? And bougainvillea. However you say that flower, I normally try to stay away from pink, but I absolutely loved this pink, and I loved the orange, and I thought the colors were just so bright and colorful, but if you wanted to make it muted, you could. There were so many different things you can do with the watercolor pigments. This watercolor powder, I loved it. I thought there was a variety of things you could do. And honestly, I can see myself using these supplies again and again so many times. So yeah, and then put on top of it that the value was a pretty good value for the box. It just made SketchBox be the winner. Between value, versatility, I really loved SketchBox this month. So yeah, tell me in the comments if you had a different favorite for the month, if you liked some of the other supplies better. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye.